Okay,
Oh,
Jesus.
there you go.
Oh man.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. I was about to stream, but
Oh
you
yeah.
just yeah.
Hey, well, I appreciate you taking the time, man.
Oh, no problem.
So let's just start with who you are and where you're from.
Okay. My online alias, I guess, is Zargo or DaddyZargo, but I don't like to say the first part. It's kind of cringy. And I'm from South Carolina, the South.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm from further south than that. I'm in Florida.
Oh, okay. I've been to
Yeah,
Florida. It's pretty cool. It's hot.
nice
Really
and
hot.
hot. Yeah, yeah, really hot.
Yeah.
So have you been there your whole life? Or
I have, yeah. I'm still living in my hometown.
that's
I'm one
cool.
of those types of people.
Hey, me too. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
nice and exciting life.
Oh yeah.
In one town the whole time. What are some of your other hobbies?
Well, uh, nothing. No, I mean, I really don't go out much, especially nowadays. So I don't really do other things, I guess, than watch movies and play games and stuff like that. I guess I like hiking and stuff sometimes, but
Oh yeah.
that's about it. I'm kind of boring, actually, in real life.
Hey, it's a lot of people. I am too. I mean, this is kind of stretching the normalcy for me.
Same. Yeah, I've
doing
never
this
done this.
doing this sort of thing.
Yeah.
So what got you into Minecraft?
Well, I've played games my whole life. My dad actually introduced me to games when I was a kid. I had a Nintendo 64 and stuff like that. I'm not that old. That's all I had.
Yeah.
And then I got into, I think he had a PC that was like capable of running like really crappy games. And so I started playing PC games. I got into like, I don't know if you ever heard like Sid Meier's Civilization, stuff
Yeah.
like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Uh, which got, I guess you kind of start doing creative things in that, or you can, and that's what I got into. And then I heard about Minecraft through, I think one of my buddies told me about it. I'm not really sure, but I didn't really know what I was doing back then. This was back when it first came out, actually.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a little experience with a Civ 5 I used to play,
Yeah.
and and I would basically just go as fast as I possibly could into all out war.
Same. Same. Yeah.
That was the most fun to me is to see how fast I can conquer everything. And like,
Yeah. I completely ruined the gameplay by trying to kill everyone.
and I
Yeah.
had sort of the same kind of experience with like making the most amount of chaos as quickly as possible. I used to
Hmm.
play like this NASCAR game on a GameCube, and
Yeah.
I would just try to drive backwards
Oh
and
God.
cause as many wrecks as possible, like or
Yeah.
not in reverse, but like turn the opposite way. Back when
Yeah.
games let you go like the opposite way, now like there's like a timed thing where you'll just be put back on track or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a birth to creativity, driving
Oh
backwards.
yeah. I've always done that with video games and stuff like that. Tried to, I guess, make it my own, or at least try to do something different,
Yeah.
creative at least.
Have you been playing Minecraft since then, or?
Kinda. I think I started around when the Nether was introduced, but I didn't
Oh, really?
actively play it until a little bit later on. Um, Probably at one point. I don't know exactly. Probably like 1.4 at least. I'm not sure.
Oh,
It
wow.
was a long time ago though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So how did you get into technical Minecraft?
Well, I've always been like a creative person, like even other things in real life. So when I started getting into Minecraft, I soon realized you could literally do anything. So I started doing huge builds. I was biting off way more than I could chew. And then I needed to produce all of the blocks and all this other stuff to um, make these big builds, right? Because I was doing it in survival. I don't even think I like realized you could play creative to the extent that you can. So I
Yeah.
would just play survival, and then I needed to know how to do something or whatever, and I found Ethos Lab as first Let's Play,
Yeah.
and that's when because he kind of, I guess he started technical in a way. He definitely introduced people to it back then because he
Oh,
was
yeah.
about the only one doing it, him and Doc Im.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just had to supply my builds, I guess. So I started learning how to do farms, but I mean they were like really terrible. They were not good. They were nothing.
Like the
But
beginner technical farms.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Etho is a good gateway to Tech MC and sort of like a soft way, like a
Yeah.
he would well he was notorious for being one of the ones that would like do technical stuff in survival instead of creative. Like he wouldn't go to creative and do stuff. He would like do a lot
Yeah.
of like everything in survival.
I actually think I kind of have that habit. It's kind of bad actually. I tried not to do that, but it's kind of hard sometimes.
Yeah.
But it does make things more interesting. I think nowadays I go into creative and try to do stuff like that because like on a server there's other people. So like I can't well I could, but I don't really like doing fun farms, I guess you could say. Like we go all out on the server that I'm on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good segue to tell me how you started BobbyCraft.
Oh god. I actually well it was my single player. I started it around 1.11
Oh
a
wow.
long time ago. The world we're on now is technically the second world.
Okay.
Um,
Oh,
it kind of started as a meme, I guess you could say, because I used to stream a long time ago, like in 2017 or 16 or 17 or something like that. Um, just occasionally, I wasn't active or anything, and I had a world. It was my single player world. Someone wanted to join, and back then I just didn't care, so I let everyone join in my chat. Like nobody cared,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
we needed a name, and we had to put gas in our Nether hub. It's the dumbest way to get a name, but someone in chat named him Bobby. And then a couple weeks later, someone kept asking me what server name is. Like, it's like, dude, I don't even know. We're just doing whatever we can do. And he's like, just call it BobbyCraft. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, I guess. And we've had the name ever since.
Oh wow. That's pretty
Yeah,
like that's a pretty creative way, but also like super simple
yeah,
to name.
yeah. I mean, it just stuck. I don't even think back then I realized how much BobbyCraft would grow as a server. Because now, we're on a second world, I guess. So it's a lot different now.
When did you when did the second world start?
About 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you personally like doing most in Tech MC?
Well, I'm a really grindy person. Like I just recently hit 10 million peak uses on BobbyCraft.
Oh wow.
Um,
Holy
and I also am a hoarder. I like collecting everything.
cow.
Like
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. Like I think Il Mango introduced or at least popularized the getting a double chest of every item. So
Yeah.
we've kind of adopted that, and now that's my goal. And that's what we do. I guess mostly I'm just a really really grindy person. I don't really design too many things. I can't. I just don't. I'm lazy.
Same.
And so I just not that I copy other farms. I just other members will design it, and then I'll go build it in creative or go build it in survival.
All right. I'm super lazy in that, and that's what I'm trying to get better at, like actually coming up with
Yeah.
my own stuff. But it's so difficult to try and like, well, it's not difficult. It's so tempting to just use someone's farm that's like super efficient or whatever, and be like, oh, let me just,
Exactly.
this is the farm that I need. Why not just use this? Basically, like
Right.
it's really good, but
Yeah.
in doing like, there's a pride in doing your own sort of thing.
Right.
But yeah, yeah, I definitely get that. What are you most proud of doing on BobbyCraft so far?
As a server whole, what I'm proud of recently actually is Jackawag, one of our members, soloed a 1K by 1K perimeter in the Nether. So we broke the
Oh
entire
wow,
top bedrock, and the whole perimeter is done, and he's breaking the Y0 bedrock at the moment.
holy
Um,
cow!
I guess one of my favorite farms, I guess, or perimeters is we made a heart-shaped perimeter that's render distance. So we made it a void perimeter for a slime farm.
Oh
And
wow.
then after we did it, we realized because we do plan on updating. We're still on 112, by the way. I
Oh,
don't know if
okay,
I said that.
112.
We the location for the farm in 116 is actually not that great, so we decided to pick a whole new location after we built the entire thing.
Oh nice.
Uh, it's in a extreme hill, so we're gonna make it a llama farm. So it's a void llama farm. So I don't know. That's pretty interesting and dumb. So
Yeah,
I think I like that the most.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's something to be proud of. I mean, if you make a llama farm, that's necessary.
Is it?
I think in its own way, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how many other people have a llama farm?
No, a Y0
Yeah,
void llama farm.
yeah. You go through
Yeah.
the trouble of breaking all that bedrock and everything.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane. So he broke all the bedrock on the top, and then did he use he built a world eater, or did he dig the whole thing?
No, I used the world eater. Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
used two actually. 1,000 by 500 world eater.
Oh, okay. Whew. I was gonna say, holy cow, that's a lot of that's a
He
lot of
he
taking.
soloed it, but only because he wanted to. I happen to be like inactive at the moment. I
Yeah,
actually am still. I haven't really played on there in a couple weeks, but
gotcha.
um, he didn't really want any help after he started it, so we just let him go. So he just soloed the whole thing. They actually did it pretty quick. I think he started about a month ago. He's already almost finished
Oh wow,
by himself.
that's dedication.
Yeah.
Dang. What are some of the bigger goals you have, like for the future of the server?
Well, as I said, a double chest of every item. That's huge for us. And I would like to make a farm of every item, but that's kind of unrealistic because you'd have to stay in the same version forever because if you update it, they add so much stuff. But that
Yeah,
would be a pretty cool goal. And we're trying to get more in the aesthetic side of perimeters and stuff because we have a lot of them. And we've always just been mostly dedicated to farms, and we've been really trying to push towards making things look nice. So the last like couple perimeters we've done have been really cool. Like we did a spider farm perimeter, and it's in the shape of Spider-Man's head, and the pixel art on top is Spider-Man. I can show you a picture later, but
yeah.
I've been trying to
I
get
think I
into
saw a
that.
video of that actually,
Yeah, I made a
or a
video on it.
little.
A couple people did actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really cool. If you wanted to encourage some new players to get into Tech MC, what
Oh
would you
god.
tell them?
It's not for the faint of heart. It's
Yeah.
very toxic at times. I don't know. I mean, TMC is it seems so like black and white or straightforward, right? Like you kind of have to be a certain way or play a certain way, but that's not really true. I mean, if anyone does any type of small farm, even if you're copying someone, that's technical Minecraft. There's no real way to play it or not play it. I'd say just try to push the limits of yourself, set a goal that's really hard to do, and just don't give up on that goal. Eventually you'll get it, and just ignore all the toxic stuff. That's just ignore that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I know all too well about that side,
same,
unfortunately.
same, same.
Yeah, so it can be really toxic, but it's a. I think if you can find a way to get into Tech MC and join a community or be part
Yeah.
of something, I think that's important as well. Because if you see others
Hmm.
doing some stuff, you can learn, and you could definitely go at it alone and teach
Yeah.
yourself a lot of things, and being able to fail at a lot of things too. Like if this doesn't work, you know, try something else or take a break or whatever.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think that's important for people to know, like coming into TMC, like
Yeah.
things you're gonna do aren't gonna be right the first few
Exactly. Yeah.
times.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good way to look at it for sure. If you fail, it's okay. Like it's not the end of the world. Some people get discouraged, and I got failed so much. I've been playing since I don't even know since I was in high school.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
yeah. Well, I actually came up with a handful of other random silly questions today,
Hmm.
so
Oh man.
I'm gonna try them out on you.
Oh no.
These aren't related to Minecraft either, so
Okay, that's cool.
these are some more random stuff.
All right.
But I thought they'd be funny to at least ask and see what you said about them.
Okay.
All right, the first one's pretty big,
Oh man.
depending on how you look at it. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive?
What would I like to hear God say?
If you showed up at the pearly gates,
Uh,
what would you
the
like?
the PC stations are over here. Make your way over
Yeah.
here. We have Steam. Every game's enabled. Go. Just let me have at it. Just leave me alone in my own little space over there.
Just a full library of games.
Yeah,
On a
yeah,
run.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah. That's
And
about it.
and a solid fiber connection.
Yeah. I won't Google Fiber, whatever it is. Fiber 5G.
Well, I think if there's a heaven, hopefully they'll have some kind of 5G.
Yeah, I hope so. Maybe there's 6G.
Yeah, they they better be ahead of the game if it's
Yeah, I want a NASA PC with NASA internet, like 500 gigabyte download.
if it's that hard to reach, it better be worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah. How old are you, by the way?
24.
24?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you could go back in time and tell your younger self something vital, what would you say?
Don't stress. It'll be all right. You're young. You don't have to stress about everything. When I
Yeah.
was younger, I stressed about a lot. It let a lot of shit bother me that I shouldn't have. Now looking back, it was so dumb. I was so stupid. Also got
Yeah.
into a lot of trouble. I was a trouble child.
Oh, you were.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I gave my mom hell.
Nice. Hey,
Yeah,
well, that's yeah, I mean, that's part of it.
yeah,
Well, I think that's definitely a good thing. I think I would tell my younger self that too.
yeah.
I'm 27 now, so
Oh, okay.
I'd probably go back and say something similar. And like, there's always gonna be stress.
Right.
Yeah, like I think a lot of people, especially these days, don't realize that
Mm-hmm.
there's always gonna be different kinds of stress.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is- But if you deal with it, you can't deal with anything coming at you. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can never predict what's gonna come your way, whatever. But how you react to it is super important.
Exactly. Yeah. And also, it helps you learn a lot about life and everything else. And next time you come into that situation, it's a lot easier to deal with,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, if you deal with adversity, you can
Mm-hmm.
only come out better on the other side if it doesn't sink you in a way. Like,
Right. Right. Yeah.
yeah, here's a good one. Do you believe aliens exist
Yes.
somewhere or somewhere else and or here on Earth?
Yes. um, I don't know. Like, I definitely believe in aliens. I mean, I'm a space nerd. I love everything about space and that type of stuff. And the universe is so big and everything. Like, it's literally infinite to a
Yeah.
point to where, I mean, I even believe that there's most likely a planet just like Earth with the same people on it. Not
Hmm.
necessarily the same conscious people, but just the randomness of it. There's someone sitting here in a podcast with a different color shirt on
Yeah.
because it's infinite. I mean, it has to exist, and that would be an alien because it's not from Earth, right?
Right.
I don't believe that's crazy. By the way, I'm just saying it's theoretical.
No, it's not crazy. I mean, the dimensions theory has been around. I mean,
Yeah,
it might be
exactly.
crazy to some people, but
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't care. I'm crazy. I know. I don't believe aliens are on Earth though. Um, or like I don't really get why they would be hidden. I guess it would disprove a lot of religion, which a lot of governments are based around. It would
yeah,
cause chaos. So I get it to that extent, but I feel like we would know.
yeah,
Like I know people say they know and they've been abducted and probably been all this other stupid stuff, but like some redneck somewhere would be running into town as fast as he can with an alien on the front of his truck. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Strapped down. Like we would know. And I don't think the government. I think the government definitely knows they exist and has proof and is hiding it. Maybe they've crashed here, like Roswell and all this other stuff. Like living with us, no, I don't. I don't know. I don't think that.
yeah. I think that's a good point too, because I mean, there's as far as things that the government's tried to hide,
Mm-hmm.
I have kind of a different perspective on that. I think if the government knew, we would know because they're also humans, and
Yes.
everyone wants attention or some kind of like vindication for something. So I feel like if the government knew, someone would be shouting it somewhere. And
Right.
you
Right.
know, I mean, and there has been people from those different like Air Force bases to come out and say stuff. So that there could be stuff they know that we don't. But
And the thing is, like those people come out with like the craziest things, like to the
yeah,
point where it's so hard to believe. Like you don't have to tell us that much. Just say they exist, and here's the proof. You don't have to tell us that there's an alien base on Earth over here. Like that's too much for me
yeah,
to handle right now. Like, and I think yeah, I think they probably crashed here at least. I mean,
some
well,
form of
yeah, yeah,
yeah. I mean, those paintings in the caves.
exactly,
And
yeah,
yeah, I mean, like stuff's been here before, had to have come here before,
yeah, yeah.
and we just don't know, or we're blissfully unaware. And there's so much in like the human history that we don't know still to this
Mm-hmm.
day. So I mean, who knows? In the billions of years the Earth's been around,
Right.
they could have been here.
We also look at like aliens from like a human aspect of, oh, we can't survive on that planet, nothing else must be able to, but you don't really know the anatomy of an alien, you know what I mean? So like they could, like we look at all the planets around us, like in our solar system, and the solar system beside us, not really many livable planets are for us, but that doesn't mean that they don't exist for aliens and they could crash here and be advanced or whatever, because we're the one of the youngest planets here.
Yeah,
So we're just not technically advanced enough to go out there, but that doesn't mean an older planet isn't.
Right. Yeah.
And I,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. There could be some type of life form we just don't know how to detect or see or whatever.
yeah, they're gonna come to Earth and make an esports team for sure. Just game out on everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be a moon base with an esports arena and everything soon.
That'd be sick. Yeah.
If you could have one superpower, what would you pick?
I'd love to be invisible. That'd be
Invisible?
so cool. Hell yeah. I would steal so much stuff. Nah. I don't know. That'd be cool, I guess. Like, if someone's bothering me or being annoying, I can just, all right, see you, dude. Just dip out, go invisible. That'd be pretty cool.
I think I'd have to pick flying. I would like to fly.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
But then I don't know if flying required the same amount of energy running does, I probably wouldn't pick it.
I wouldn't go far, no.
No, I would fly like a block at a time and then be like, "Oh my God, I'm so tired."
Yeah, same.
All right. This is the last one. This is the big one.
Oh no.
What is the meaning of life?
Oh no. 42. Nah, I don't know. I mean, like I'm not really a religious type of person or anything, so I don't think there's any deeper meaning of how you should live your life. I mean, asshole, but like, just live your life, have fun, don't stress. Like I really used to stress about what I was doing with my life and making something of it because it was drilled into my head by my parents. But it's most likely because I was just a bad kid. Um,
Yeah.
I think you should just live your life, have fun, do what you want to do. Don't bother other people. Yeah, I guess. I don't really know. That's a hard question.
Try to have fun. Yeah, I mean that's the
Yeah, yeah.
that's the question for a lot of
Mhm.
people, right? I think it's fair for me to try and answer it as well if I'm going to ask you.
Mm.
And I kind of feel the same way. I'm also not very religious,
Yeah,
even though I grew up in a pretty religious household. But
same. Yeah.
and I'm the oldest of four siblings, and
Okay.
there's a lot that was put on me that isn't put on them to this day. That I kind
Yeah.
of like, have a neglect about. But and so I kind of I definitely understand what you mean by like there's certain expectations of you from your parents or family members or peers
Yeah.
that you might not live up to, but I think it's important to just enjoy life and just to live,
Mhm.
and you got to there's a talk by this philosopher guy that I listened to, Alan Watts, where he says basically the meaning of life is to play. Like
Yeah.
the
That's
same
cool.
way you were in grade school playing on the playground, you kind of it's important to continue that through life. Some find things
Mhm.
to play.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree with that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, because you know, if you're not playing, and you can put any kind of definition behind that, playing video games or playing sports or playing, if you want to get like into education or whatever, and you want to be like a
Yeah.
teacher, there's like you still have to have like a discipline as you get
Yeah. Yeah.
older. You get responsibilities, but it's definitely important to enjoy it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I believe in that. Definitely. I think people get wound up too much in the definition of not definition, but what they're supposed to do exactly. And because I mean, when you're growing up, your parents are trying to push you into a certain direction, which I guess seems, I don't know, like I guess could be stressful. And I think really if you just not necessarily, I mean, I think you should have goals, but I think you should just kind of let go with the flow, like people say. I definitely believe in that. Just you'll be all right. You're not gonna fail unless you. I mean, you're gonna fail, but you're not gonna just be worthless if you don't do what your parents want you to do, or you know what I mean. You're not gonna not succeed. You're just gonna succeed in your own way, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of live life like taking the L
Hmm.
and kind of just be put down or sink into whatever kind of terrible role that you feel like you've been put into, or you can
Hmm.
persevere.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of people take life is going this way, so it's probably going to go this way forever. But it's not really like things can change every day.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's all I got, man. Do
Oh, really? That was cool. This was fun.
you have anything you want to end with?
Not really. I think we kind of hit every pinpoint, the meaning of life and Minecraft, the most essential thing in life. I don't know, man. I think we hit it.
Minecraft is the meaning of life.
Exactly. That's what I should have said. That's a great answer.
Aside from 42. 42 is
Yeah. 42 is first answer. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, as there's a dump truck right in front of my yard right here making a lot of noise,
Oh, that's what that is.
I'll probably call it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I appreciate you joining me, man.
No problem.
And best of luck to you and BobbyCraft and
Oh man, thank you.
your endeavors.
Yep. You too.
All right, see you, man.
See ya.